Hey everyone! Today we're breaking down Flins, the brand new 5-star Electro DPS from Notcry in Genshin Impact. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about building him, from his best weapons and artifacts to team compositions and free-to-play setups that actually work. I will keep things simple and beginner friendly, so whether you just pulled him, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to build him the right way. Let's start with the artifacts, which are the most important part of Flins' build. Flins' best artifact set is called Night of the Skies Unveiling, which is designed specifically for his kit. The 2-piece bonus provides a 20% attack increase, and the 4-piece bonus increases his critical rate and Luna charge damage while Flins is in his Moon Ascended state. In simple terms, this means his strongest ability becomes much more powerful when his set is equipped, making it perfectly for him. If you do not have this set yet, there are still great alternatives you can use while farming. You can combine 2 pieces of attack with 2 pieces of elemental mastery, or 2 pieces of electro damage with 2 pieces of elemental mastery. These combinations are easy to obtain and work very well until you complete the full Night of the Skies Unveiling set. Next, let's talk about main stats and substats, because this is where a huge portion of Flins' strength comes from. For his main stats, you should use an attack sense or energy recharge sense if you have trouble getting his burst up consistently, an attack goblet, and a critical rate or critical damage circlet, depending on which stat you need more to balance your ratio. Flynn scales best with attack and crit, so elemental mastery is not a top priority. It can help a little, but attack and crit are much more valuable for his playstyle. For substats, you should focus on critical rate, then critical damage, followed by attack percent, and finally energy recharge. Aim for around 110 to 130% energy recharge in total, unless you are running a team without an electro battery. Now let's move on to the weapons, which is where you can get some of the biggest power spikes for Flins. If you're lucky enough to own it, Flins' signature polearm, the Blood-Soaked Runes, is without question his best weapon. It provides critical rate, increases Luna charge damage, and even helps generate energy. Altogether, it performs roughly 30% better than any 4-star weapon. If you don't have the Blood-Soaked Runes, there are several other great 5-star options. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands is an excellent choice thanks to its critical rate substats and the way it converts elemental mastery into attack. The Staff of Homa remains one of the strongest general-purpose DPS weapons in the entire game. The Primordial Jade Spear is also reliable, giving consistent critical rate and attack buffs throughout combat. If you are free to play, Flint still has strong and accessible weapon options. The Prospector's Drill is his best F2P weapon. It is craftable in Notcry and boosts both Luna charge damage and attack. The Deathmatch from the Battle Pass is another excellent choice for a balance of critical rate and consistent attack buffs. The Ballad of the Fjords works well if your team contains multiple elements. And the Favonius Lance is a great utility pick that helps generate energy for both Flint and the team. Let's move on to the team compositions, because building the right team can make or break a DPS character. Flint works well in many type of teams, but his strongest setups focus on electro-hydro reactions, especially when you are maximizing his Luna charge window. A well-balanced Flint team usually includes 1 hydro unit for reactions, 1 electro unit for battery support, and 1 flex or support slot to buff the team or keep everyone alive. For electro teammates, the best option is a Nefa, who provides consistent energy and strong damage buffs. If you do not have her, Fischl, Yemiku, and Cookie Shinobu are all great substitutes. Fischl and Yemiku offer excellent off-field damage, while Cookie can also heal your team. For Hydro teammates, the free character Aino works perfectly well and pairs naturally with Flins. You can also use other options like Yelan, Senkyu, and Furina. All boost reaction damage and overall team output. If your team needs healing, Barbara and Kokomi are a solid choice that still enable electro-hydro reactions effectively. For the support or flex slot, Sucrose is one of the best picks thanks to the Viridescent Venom set, which can reduce enemy resistance and provide elemental mastery buffs to the team. Kazuha is also excellent for grouping and buffing. Bennett adds strong attack buffs and healing, while Zhongli or Charlotte can provide shield builds and comfort depending on what your team needs. Here are some example setups you can try. Flins and Neffa, Sucrose and Aino. This is a balanced and powerful team that takes full advantage of Flins' strength. Flins, Fischl, Bennett and Yelan is a non-Notcry option that works beautifully together. Flins, Aino, Cookie, Shinobu and Sucrose is a fully free-to-play option that still delivers excellent damage and survivability. Let's finish by talking about constellations and upgrades. The best part about Flins is that he is amazing at C0. You do not need any constellations for him to perform well. His base kit is already strong and complete. However, if you do want to invest further, his first constellation allows him to use more lunar charges, which makes his damage rotation smoother and more consistent. This is the biggest quality of life improvement you can get. His second constellation adds extra damage and also reduces enemy electro resistance, which makes his whole team hit harder. If you plan to unlock just one constellation, C1 gives you the most noticeable upgrade for the least investment. And that wraps up the full Flins build guide. Whether you are a new player or a long-time veteran, Flins is a stylish, powerful and easy to build electro DPS who performs incredibly even with the free to play options. If this video helped you out, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss future guides and showcases. Good luck with your pulls, have fun experimenting with your teams, and I will see you in the next video.